Okay, so that's pretty much about ASICs for the Bitcoin mining. So the next cryptocurrency for mining I want to talk about is Kaspa. So to talk about Kaspa, I want to talk about the Ice River and Bitmain. For Ice River, I want to cover all of their models, KS0 Pro, KS1, KS2, KS3M, KS3. So for the KS0 Pro, we know that it is the cheapest Kaspa miner we can buy in the market. There may be some FPGA miner, but they are not very much available in the market, and I don't think anybody want them. For the KS0 Pro, the price was very interesting. In November, in pre-sale, the price was around $400. And when it became available in November, the hype for Kaspa mining was really high. And also the cryptocurrency value of Kaspa was also, rising all the way up. So the KS0 Pro, which was supposed to be the cheapest Kaspa miner, also crossed the price of $700, almost at $800, which sounds like today ridiculous. In December, the hype for the entire world of Kaspa mining has been really full of doom and gloom, and the price has come back to less than $500 for the KS0 Pro. So for Kaspa mining and Kaspa miners, this November and December have been very, very different in both the confidence in mining and also the pricing of the Kaspa miners. So for the KS1, that was the most profitable Kaspa miner. I mean, not for the miners, but for the sellers. The cost in acquiring this machine was really low for the sellers. It was under $2,000. But when it turned available, the price went very much high. And even for myself, when I had to buy another KS1 because I found that I was short of one unit, although I offered the client a way less price than that, I did have to spend like over $1,000 more to get one spot order. And because the hype was disappearing, in December, the price of the KS1 was again under $2,000. Okay, so for the KS2 Ice River miner, just like the KS1, which is the most profitable Kaspa miner for the sellers, it is the second most profitable Kaspa miner for the distributors in November. So in the beginning, the price was around like $3,000, but when it turned available, it was becoming like 4K, 5K, or almost just $6,000. And today, it is just a little over $3,000. So you can understand how much hype has gone away from the Kaspa mining. And if you go to some of the websites like asicminervalue.com or MiningAsic or whattomine.com, you can see the profitability of the Kaspa miners has decreased a lot. Okay, the next miner I want to talk about for the Ice River Kaspa mining is KS3M 6 terahash, which was definitely the best selling Kaspa miner. I didn't know why the KS3M became the most popular model. Even still in December, I received quite a few orders for the KS3M. I didn't get as many orders for the KS1 and KS2. For KS3M in November, the price in the beginning for pre-sale was under $8,000 or just a little over $8,000. And when it turned available, the price completely went out of control. It was $9,000 or even nearly $10,000. Which was crazy. And you can imagine how much hype there was for the Kaspa mining back in this November. So in the case of December, the KS3M, the price, even for the pre-sale price, was just a little bit over $8,000. And today, the price for a ready unit of KS3M is just around $7,000 or even less than $7,000. Okay, so lastly, I want to talk about the Ice River KS3, which is 8 terahash, and it is, I would say, the least sold Ice River miner because the price was really high. Ice River Kaspa miners was also really good because everybody says, and most of the people, especially the YouTubers that you can see on the internet, they said they can be overclocked for higher performance, unlike the Antminer Kaspa miners. So for the KS3 8 terahash Ice River miner, in the beginning, the price was just like 14K-ish. When it really turned spot, it was like $16,000, which was still not like crazy high as compared with like the KS1 and the KS2. And lately in December, the price of the KS3 Ice River miner has come back way down to like $12,000-ish. So that's pretty much for the Ice River Kaspa miners. I want to talk about right now the Bitmain Kaspa miners and miners, okay? There are not so many choices from the Bitmain and miner for the Kaspa mining section. We typically only have the KS3 9.4 terahash. The after coupon price for the KS3 9.4 terahash in December was 17,000, okay? And the full price was above $20,000, of course. On a side note, that if you do want to get some good deals for the Bitmain and miners, you do have to get a lot of coupons from private people, or you can go to a website called bitfufu.com to buy some of the coupons from other people like you, but they want to resell their coupons and they want to get rid of them. So if you get some of the coupons either for free or at a price, you can get one of those after coupon price like 70K if you just go direct to the Bitmain website. And the price for the KS3 9.4 terahash was also a little bit dramatic. In the beginning, the pre-sale price was around like 17K. Very few people would like to order any of them. And when it was almost turning spot was also the time when the Kaspa mining becoming less profitable. The price suddenly became like 70K or even less than that. So I guess the seller or the distributor, they noticed that the profitability of the Kaspa mining is really going away. So they are giving you these dramatic changes in the price. And I guess that they're getting the machines at 16,000 per miner. If you don't want to pay a heavy price for the KS3 9.4 terahash, you can get the less powerful models for the KS3, which is KS3 7.3, 7.8, 8.2, and 8.5 terahash. Okay, they are around the price range of 11,000 to 12,000. You can imagine there is almost like 4,000 or even $5,000 of different than the 9.4 terahash. Okay, so that's pretty much for the Kaspa mining for today. And the next cryptocurrency to mine today I want to talk about is Dogecoin. To talk about the Dogecoin, in the beginning I want to talk about the coin called the Bells, because Gold Shell guy, the Gold Shell company, gave me a call like 1 week ago, in the morning when I was still sleeping because I was working a lot in the evening. He gave me this call. He said, "Hey, Charlie, you have to pay attention to this currency called Bells, because their models, Mini Doge 2 and Mini Doge 3, are going to be very useful for mining the Bells." The Bells coin was developed from a Dogecoin founder, so I'd like to give it the nickname. Bells is a illegitimate son of the Dogecoin founder. So to mine the Bells coin, you can use the script miner like any of these L7 miners, or in Gold Shell's case, you can use the Mini Doge 2 and the Mini Doge 3. So why Mini Doge 2? Why this small and unimpressive miner? It's because of the algorithm of Bells mining is every block yields a random number of coins ranging from 50, 100, 250, 500, 1,000, 10,000 coins. So if you get a very cheap machine, you probably will be in the luck of generating a lot of Bells coins. So you pay very little cost, but it's like you are buying a lottery and you get more Bells. And I was very surprised that most of the L7 owners don't know about the Bells coin. But I do notice that some miners and some clients, they have already shifted to Bells mining. And I heard that the mining for Bells can last for 4 years. And there are two mining pools that you can turn to, which is F2 pool and DX pool. And F2 pool charges more commission at 5%, and DX pool charges you less commission at 1%. Okay, so to talk about the Dogecoin mining, we really want to talk about the L7, which is really important. So the most popular L7 miner is 9050 megahash. Every time there is a L7 order from the Bitmain company, the distributors are going to pay a standard price on the 9050 megahash. But they are maybe in the chance of getting stronger L7 miners, which is 9300 megahash and 9500 megahash. So they do get less 9,500 megahash, so they are going to charge you a higher price for the 9,500 or 9,300, which both are more powerful than 9050 megahash anyway. So the after coupon price right now, you can see on the Bitmain website for the 9050 megahash is 4.7 thousand. It does suggest that the Bitmain company thinks the old price of the 9050 mega hash was very much underpriced, and they think that it does deserve more price. Maybe they are making some sense because the Dogecoin does have really good growth in the past few weeks. So the Dogecoin miner L7, especially when it's out of stock, they do cost more for you to get it. Right now, from some distributors, they are telling you, hey, we don't want to sell more of the 9500 mega hash because we believe they are going to be much higher price in the future. So they want to hold on to it, just like when you want to hold on to some Bitcoins or some other cryptocurrencies that you value a lot. Okay, so lastly, I also still want to talk about the Mini Doge 2 or Mini Doge 3 again. Just from a price point of view, the price is really low. Like how low? $400 for the Mini Doge 2 and $600 for the Mini Doge 3, which you can see from the Gold Shell website. And I can also help you get one of those too, in case you are interested in doing business with me. There is some chance that I can ship one of those Mini Doge faster than Gold Shell company. Okay, the fourth cryptocurrency for mining I want to talk about today is the Kadena. I have the live stream done with Kadena Mining Club. In the live stream, we talked about Kadena mining, and we're also talking about Kaspa mining, and also talking about the mining in Paraguay and about how cheap electricity they can get over there. So I think these gentlemen did make a lot of sense because back then the Kaspa mining was really huge. The hype was still very high, but these two gentlemen were talking about a lot about Kadena mining, and they believed a lot in Kadena. These few weeks have been looking like very right for these guys because the Kadena has again crossed the $1. The KA3 just became all of a sudden out of stock on the website of Bitmain. And today, if you want to buy one of the KA3, you have to pay a higher price. I used to get some KA3s for a client at the price of $2,600, which is really like making nothing at all. Today, after coupon price for the KA3 is like $2,500. So today, these distributors and resellers are marking up the KA3 to $3,000 or even a little over than that. I have a feeling that maybe in the future, after the hype for Kaspa mining is disappearing completely away, we will have a model just like KA3, which looks like a very properly priced. Maybe it's going to be the KA3 9.4 terahash, maybe at $3,000 when the Kaspa mining is very, very common in the mining community. It is not going to be as much exciting as before, but it does mean the mining for the altcoins is going to become as good as Bitcoin's. It's very reliable and very stable. Because today when we think of Bitcoin mining, you think of it as a stable business. Even Dogecoin mining today looked like a little bit like a stable business. Kadena, because the price of the machines is very low, it also has become like a very stable business. So maybe for Kaspa one day, it will also look like that. So it will not be a completely bad news for the Kaspa community. So here I also want to talk about like the KA3. The price used to be very stable, but very few people tried to get them. I did receive a few orders, but still very, very few. It was one of those little noticed models, just like the L7 when they were still at a good price. So here's my suggestion. When you are chasing these popular miners, please pay a little bit attention to these unpopular miners as well, because you don't know when they will turn popular again, when they will turn profitable again, just like the L7s or KA3. So here I want to draw your attention to another miner. It's for CKB miner. It's K7. And I received very few orders for the K7 for the CKB miners somehow, but I did have a good client that ordered a good amount of them because it's being really profitable for him. But maybe the case has changed after the halving just a few weeks ago. Okay, the last cryptocurrency for mining I want to talk about today is Dash. So for Dash coin mining, it is the Antminer D9. It is probably the only miner that can be used for mining Dash. D9 is exactly one of those little noticed miner, but when they are profitable and popular, you found that they are out of stock. So the after coupon price on the Bitmain website for the Dash coin D9 miner is $3,500. In the resale market, you can find them available at around $4,000. So D9 is exactly like one of those little noticed miners like L7, K7, KA3. If you find potential with this D9, it is still available on the Bitmain website. If you get some coupons, you can get the after coupon price. If you don't get it, you can try to negotiate a good deal from one of those resellers or distributors, or even just myself. Okay, so perhaps this is pretty much for today's video. I really want to do more ASIC mining updates like this in the future, and today I'm doing this video in a very much relaxed way. I hope in this way I can do more videos. In the past, every time I wanted to do a new video, I feel like it's a big challenge because I always wanted to look like I myself, a TV presenter, you know, because I watch a lot of English news here in China when I was studying English, and I said, hey, I want to be one of those TV presenters. But maybe I don't really need to look like that. I can just, sit right in front of my laptop and just do the ASIC mining updates just like that. So maybe this is pretty much for today's video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.